Hi, everyone, and welcome to our game of the week. Finally, it's here. The focus of the college football world right here on this field today, and we can't wait. This is not just a regular matchup. Battle of top 10 teams, two teams colliding early in the season. One team can make a strong statement about the season ahead, as we'll see the number 9 team in the land, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the NC State Wolfpack. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. NC State will kick it off to get us underway. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. And he's got it already past the first down marker. To get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And the single back takes the handoff. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior.
I mean, this is exactly how they wanted to start when it opened up this game, especially on the road. It's a really well-blocked play. Pick up a good chunk of yards. And if you're the offensive line, this is what you've talked about all week in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control of things up front. They give their running back plenty of room to pick up those good yards.
5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Now, this defensive coordinator better make some adjustments. This back is on fire to start this game. You better start committing those safeties down, overloading that line of scrimmage, because this back is physical, he's got speed, and he is tough to bring down.
The Commodores will line up on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Keeping it on the ground here. He'll be smarter right at the line for no gain.
Well, this offense has really been moving the ball at will on this drive. And a nice job here on this defense to finally come up and make a nice play for no gain.
Second down play coming up for this offense.
Here we go.
And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today.
Unlock. Roll it, roll it. Acorn, acorn. Freedom, freedom.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. Defense jumps on the ball. It's a turnover.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down his quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there, and they were able to knock it loose.
The guys up front lined up. It's first down. Back in motion now. And the handoff towards the right tackle. Breaking tackles. Breaks loose at the 40. Bulldozing his way through those tackles. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. That's a massive play. Moves the ball to the 14, and just like that, they're in scoring position.
Chris, let's give the back a lot of credit on this play. I thought he might be brought down for a short gain, but he just kept giving great effort, and he picks up a lot of these yards after contact.
NC State now operating in the red zone. Here comes a handoff. The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7.
Are you ready? Spider. Razor.
They're going to run the option. Oh, and a fumble here. Can you believe it? The defense recovers, trying to run this back now.
That is tough for the ball carrier here because not only does he take a big hit, but now you're about to get an earful from your coach on the sideline after that turnover.
So here comes the Commodores offense back on the field. They got into plus territory last time, but the drive ended on a fumble. They got to shake that off immediately.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice game.
Offense getting set. Second down play here.
29 Philly. 2-9 Raiders.
There's the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And the Commodores will crank up the tempo.
Yankee blue. 6-9-1. Gators score. Lion. Griffin. Timber. Hansel. Blair.
And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Gets rid of it on the move. Not the accuracy we expect from this senior quarterback. He threw it behind the receiver.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here, 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. I'm curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
They'll kick it away here. And the punt will bounce and roll out of bounds. So the NC State offense is back out on the field now. They moved it well last time, got across the 50, but then fumbled the football away. And the offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here.
Okay, ready?
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? We'll try to run it with the option. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down. Second down after that run on the previous play.
42 Spider.
Powering right past the defender. As the first down is still going. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
Watching this guy run makes me think of a famous old coach once said, any player on my team, I want him to be agile, mobile, and definitely hostile.
Powers through.
For the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
An important second down play coming up. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Intercepted in the end zone.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
So the Vanderbilt offense heads back out onto the field. They're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Ball carrier brought down, but a flag's on the field. Let's check out this call. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. He hands it off from the gun. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out. Commodores will have to punt this one away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. He'll call for the fair catch here. So here comes the Wolfpack offense back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback. A new set of downs after that completion.
Green 25.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. He's in the clear. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, North Carolina State.
Boy, this quarterback is hungry for the end zone. That was not a short run. Guy put his running shoes on and took it back to his Pop Warner days, showcasing that agility for the long touchdown.
And he knocks through the PAT. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. So here comes the Vandy offense back on the field now. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. And there's the handoff. Tackle right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
First down, they're going to throw the football. He's going to take off. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
About time this offense gets going. It's a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Run down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. It's a good battle. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
He'll hand it off. Tackle way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there. Now it's 2nd down here. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
In college football today, the quarterbacks get rid of the ball often so fast that this is a great example for young players on the defensive line. If you can't get to the quarterback, watch their eyes and try to get your hands up so when the ball comes, you can knock it away.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Lets it go. He makes the grab. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
This is really what separates a good running back from a great running back. Instead of just being a check down or a possibility involved in the screen game, this guy's actual wide receiver lined up in the backfield. That time you could see the versatility and what he brings to the table. He can come up with a big play.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down.
Cut it, cut it. Squirrel. Set.
And he'll set up to throw. Makes a quick grab. Tackle down at the 3 after the catch. Defense up against it now.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
First and goal, handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. The Commodores come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Tackled way behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose 7 yards.
What a great job there by the defense, reading that play, pursuing to the football. Nice loss of yardage there on second goal, and now it's third and goal for the offense.
Great job by the defense so far. It's third and goal from a long way out. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Commodores.
Well, perfectly thrown football here, and this quarterback's got to be fired up. That's his first passing touchdown of the season. Here's the first of hopefully many more for this young man.
Lining up to try the extra point. And it's good. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And he's going to bring this out from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the NC State offense back out on the field now. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Hit as he released it. And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Boy, really nice job by this defense. Not only do they pressure the quarterback and get after him, but I don't think they tipped their hand with their coverage. They actually waited to the last possible second to bracket this receiver, and it almost paid off for an interception.
Receiver in motion now. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Finds room at the 30. Oh, and now he fumbles the ball. The defense recovers the fumble.
Well, that's why you do ball security drills almost every single day in practice. You just can't put the ball on the turf like that. But give credit to the defender for the hit, because that's what caused the fumble.
Vanderbilt's offense heads back out onto the field now. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Trying to extend the play. Looks like he's going to run it. Finding some room at the 25. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first, keep this drive moving.
Looking for his big tight end. And he'll get there. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. And a touchdown to the big tight end. We're seeing it more and more on Saturdays and Sundays, Kirk.
Well, the tight end saying, hey, guys, don't forget about me. Don't forget I'm a pretty good player, too. All the attention being put on the wide receivers out on the perimeter. It's going to make this defense have to focus on the interior, making sure where that tight end is and trying to slow him down.
PAT puts him in front by 7. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He'll bring it out from his end zone. And he'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. So the NC State offense is back out on the field now. The last possession ended in a fumble, and that set up a touchdown. So they got to bounce back from that right away. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
Just love watching his back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and it's a nice, solid game.
Here's the second down play. It's a draw to the back. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Off target with the throw, incomplete. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Hands off to the left. He's found some room at the 45. Hard running through a tackle. What an electric play. Suddenly, they've moved into scoring position, down to the 24.
Well, the running back looks like he's possessed on that run. No defender could get two hands on him long enough to bring him down, so he picks up a lot of those yards after contact.
Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy.
Timeout, NC State.
This NC State offense is moving quickly down the field.
Here we go.
It's an option look. Aiming for the end zone. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, NC State.
Boy, how exciting has this first half been? We get a touchdown here. They're an extra point away from tying this game up. A lot of great action here.
Now the try for the two-point conversion. They'll try the option play here. Oh, the football comes out. The 50. Now the 40. At the 30 now. At the 10 now. And can you believe this? It's a fumble return for 2 points the other way.
Well, Chris, that's something you're not going to see very often, and a lot of people may not know the rule here. But this is a blocked PAT and a live ball. The offense does a great job of picking it up, and somehow they get 2 points in avoiding disaster. All I can think of is maybe they saw something in the first quarter that made them think that an onside kick would work here. But they came up a bit short. Now we'll see if their defense can hold them and limit the damage.
Looking out throwing here to start the drive. We'll take a deep shot. Receiver left alone, wide open downfield. Touchdown, Commodores. Just ran away from the defense.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
And they'll set up for the PAT. The extra point makes it a 10-point game. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Returner looking to make a play here. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. So here comes the Wolfpack offense back out on the field. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. Toss it to the back, running left. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, how about the defensive speed there and the team pursuit? They recognize the toss sweep from the middle of the field and show their team speed to be able to eliminate this play.
Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout. So behind the 6, second and long from their 14. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. He lets it go on the move. And he pulls it in for a big gain. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
The pre-snap motion from the offense. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. NC State comes to the line quickly. They'll hand it off. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Catch made on the right side. And they wrap it up after the completion just short of the first down marker.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Finding space at the 20. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Strong game by this quarterback.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're in the 2nd quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Now the try for 2. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Now the all-important extra point. PHC is good. They still trail, though. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. It's a squib kick picked up by one of the blockers on the return team. He goes out of bounds. They'll spot the ball at the 41. Excellent starting field position. So here comes the Commodores offense back on the field. Time running out here in the first half. Wouldn't expect them to be too aggressive in this position. He's going for a big play downfield. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Love this aggressive mindset from the quarterback and offensive coordinator. Found the matchup that you wanted. Take a shot downfield. You don't hit it, but you made the defense be aware of it.
2nd down play coming up. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. He's moving out of the pocket now. And the sophomore's got him for a sack.
A lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it and they get the sack.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. On the move, looking deep. Catch made all the way down inside the 35. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Commodores will kick this away to begin the second half. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Here comes the NC State offense back out onto the field now. First play of the second half is a handoff. They'll tackle him right at the 31.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Second down after that previous play. Quarterback's got it on the option. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the defense was locked in on that play. They were not surprised at all that the fullback got the ball. He had nowhere to go. They stuffed that play from the beginning.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. Here's the option play. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down.
Well, I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
The offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Looks like NC State will have the first down.
Chris, I'll be honest, man. I thought on 4th down and 1, they might be just trying to draw the defense off sides, but they caught me and probably the defense by surprise as well, especially on their own side of the field. Gutsy play call right there to keep this drive alive.
That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Second down after that run on the previous play. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Using his legs here. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Good awareness here by this defense, keeping their eyes on the quarterback, knowing that he's a potential threat. That time, before he could get out, they keep him to a short game.
Offense facing a 3rd and short from the 41. Can they make the first down and avoid a tricky 4th down decision? Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Catch made on the left side. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
You know, on 3rd down, the key to me is the offensive line, the pass protection, because you know that you're going to throw and the defense knows that you're going to throw. It's a matter of, can you protect your quarterback and give him the time, and then can the receivers win on the outside? They're able to do that, move those sticks. It's a first down.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. It's going to bring up 2nd down. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. And looking for a big play here. Oh, and he's got it down inside the 20. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Handoff from the shotgun. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Ready, set.
Fans of the defense got to be frustrated. The offense cannot be stopped here. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Catch made on the left side. Solid tackle, able to get him down.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on 3rd down, trying to force a field goal. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Caught near the goal line. Bring him down short of the goal line, but it's 1st and goal from the 2.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And it's incomplete. Even on a 1st down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Man, you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Ready.
2nd down and goal. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Here's a throw underneath to the back. Touchdown, North Carolina State. Will take the lead in the 2nd half. comes the point after attempt. He's missed the PAT. Wow.
That keeps the score. NC State 26, Vanderbilt 23.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And here's the return from inside the 5. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. So the Vanderbilt offense heads back out onto the field. Here's the handoff. Fighting off the defender. Brought down at the 23. Good enough for a first down.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact, but that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down.
Check, check. Oh, yep.
He's going to hand this off. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. And a big gain moves the ball across midfield all the way to the 39.
Well, that's a great job of working the middle of the field by this quarterback, and he picks up big yards.
Okay,
And the
ready?
Commodores lining up here on 1st and 10.
In blue. In blue.
It's a jet sweep. Receiver trying to turn the corner. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
You know, I don't want to get away from a jet sweep. I think it's a good call. This one just didn't work out. So now you're way behind on the sticks.
Ready?
Offense getting set up. Here's second down.
Slam. Ready?
Here's the snap, looking to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. The pass is intercepted. Going the other way, can they stop him? Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
So the NC State offense is back out on the field now. passing game was clicking beautifully in their last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Second down after that run on the previous play.
Here we go.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
NC State 26, Vanderbilt 23.
First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. On third down, he drops to throw. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Well, this is why this guy's one of the top wide receivers in college football. It's third down. The defense knows you're probably going to go to him, and they still can't stop him from coming down with a big play.
And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
Chris, at least there's some positive yards there from this run game. It hasn't been pretty today. It's really, to me, kept them out of finding any kind of offensive rhythm. Now, they have the lead, but it's despite this offense not necessarily having their best day.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. At the 10. Touchdown, NC State. Still no answer for this offense.
This is such a well-designed play here, Chris. The offensive line opens things up initially, but you can see the speed of the back and the effort by the receivers not to be selfish. These guys are blocking downfield. That's why he got that ball in the end zone.
And the extra point was up and good. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. From inside the 15-yard line, bringing it out. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. So here comes the Vandy offense back on the field now. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Pressure is coming. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
I think he predetermined where to go with his football. Really didn't give himself a chance to work through his progressions. Locked into his primary. Tried to force it in there. And it doesn't work out.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And they heave it deep downfield. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. That's a big gain, finally brought down near the 37. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout.
On the ready.
Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. And looking to throw now on first down. Wow, back-to-back deep shots. Receiver makes the grab inside the 15.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Commodores with 1st and 10 here.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
And he drops back in the gun. On the run here, lets it go. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
Oh, my gosh. They almost came up with another interception. They had a pick on the last drive. They're doing such a good job of baiting this quarterback into throwing the ball into coverage and then making a play on the ball. Let's see if they can keep this going.
Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman. Offense facing a 3rd down now. They can still get a 1st down without scoring.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider. Lasso. Ready.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Pass caught. Can he get in? And they stop him just short, but the defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, it's got to start somewhere. That's a nice conversion here on 3rd down. You got a long way to go, but maybe a little momentum here. Let's see what they can do coming off of that nice play.
Ready.
Here we go. 1st and goal. A touchdown here gets them right back into this game.
Pound 55.
Defense seems to be dialing up the pressure here. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. The Commodores come up to the line to crank the tempo up here.
Cut it. Cross. Ready.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give him another chance. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. That's a crucial score, Kirk. Makes it a 1-possession game and makes the stretch run of this very interesting.
Yeah, now the pressure turns to their opponent and their offense. Momentum is starting to tilt, and it's your job to go into your 4-minute offense. But I'd expect this defense to be extra aggressive to try to get this ball back.
Now the important point after attempt. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Turn starts inside the 15. They get him down to the 33 after a solid return.
Pack will take over. 1st and 10.
Got it.
So here comes the Wolfpack offense back out on the field. A beautiful, balanced drive reached the end zone last time. Can they keep it going here? And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Breaks loose at the 45. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Tackle is finally made, but it's down to the 28-yard line.
And that's going to be a 1st down. And really, Chris, kind of surprised here in the 4th quarter not to see this defense dial up some pressure. They're just sitting back in the base, making it relatively easy for the offense to pick up a 1st down on the ground.
Ready up.
That's solid run, good for 1st down yardage.
Cricket.
And the wideout goes in motion. They'll use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
I like the run play here, and offensively at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
second down after that run on the previous play. They'll run the option. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Here we go. Third down and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Get set. Get set. Ready.
They'll try to run for the first down. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, as you know, the reason this team has such a nice lead today is the day that this guy has had running the football. But that time, finally, the defense comes up with an answer for him.
On the
The
set.
offense already has 1 fourth down conversion. Can they do it for a second time?
Igloo. Igloo.
And the quarterback dropping back. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Makes the catch, and the offense will keep this drive going. 4 set of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a 1st and goal.
On the double.
For the offense, a chance to extend the lead, but more importantly, milk the clock here late in the game.
Clear.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Total control right now, Chris. You just got to assume, just keep running the football. You look at the clock, in their favor. You look at the field position where they are, obviously in their favor. So it just makes sense. Keep it on the ground, keep pounding, run that clock, because you got everything working in your direction.
So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now.
On the ready.
All right, it's second down and goal now for this offense.
Slam.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he scores. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a 2-possession game with under.
Double-digit lead now here in the fourth quarter. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. Vanderbilt's offense heads back out onto the field now. Looking to throw it on first down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. Oh, that one's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
The gain is 3 yards, brings up a second down and 7. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Second down play coming up for this offense. And they'll just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Ready?
How aggressive will they be on this first down play?
Lasso.
He'll hand it off. Fighting him off. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
Got it.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here.
Spider.
Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Ready up.
A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs.
Ringo. Ringo. Ready.
The shotgun running play call. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Man, I've gotten so conditioned here now that we're in the 4th quarter to see this guy get the football, just get more positive yards. Finally this afternoon, the defense steps up, says enough is enough, and they come up with a nice tackle.
Belly stunner. Cut.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Runs right over the defender. They get him down, but a solid run by the freshman.
Boy, this offense's execution has been on point all game long, but especially in this 4th quarter. They're getting better and better, and this defense seems to have just quit out there.
Snags the quick throw. Will he score here? And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina State. That's another passing strike from this quarterback. He is having himself a tremendous ball game.
Boy, this guy just can't miss. Every single time he throws, it seems like he's coming up with another touchdown. The receivers are running good routes. He has enough time to throw. And man, this poor defense, they might want to think about changing up the coverage because right now it is not working.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. So here comes the Commodores offense back on the field. Well, this has been a disappointment. They've had their doors blown off here, just playing for pride at this point. Quick throw, testing the middle. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Boy, this quarterback is really rolling the dice out here today. Remember, he threw an interception the last time they had the ball. I thought he might learn from that, but instead he comes out throwing it into coverage again. Somehow catches a break on this tip ball that this one was an interception. He better tighten up his decision-making. He's going to cost himself a game.
Took contact on the throw. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. He's escaping the pocket now. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense. So a good W here. Their season is up and running. The goal was to be 1-0, but also, Kirk, we got a chance to see what this team is capable of when they play their best.
I completely agree with you, Chris. I was definitely impressed with this performance. We'll just have to see how far this team can really go.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.